Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial session of setting up your Windows for coding and website development. Now in this session we are going to learn about what a package manager is, and when I say a package manager we are going to be talking about the Chocolatey package manager. So without wasting much time, let's dive in. Okay, so let's assume we have a box full of softwares. Now the name of this box is called Choco. Now, anytime we need a software from this box, for example, we need a VLC software from this box. Now, anytime we want to install a software, we just go to that box and then we we mention the name of the box, and then we ask the box to install the software we need. So for example, we have a box called Choco. We need a software from that box called VLC. So if we want to install that software, we just have to say Choco install VLC. Now the box here is called a package manager. So that is the basic idea about a package manager. It is a package management software which is used for installing, modifying, uninstalling and configuring softwares. So they come in two forms. They come as graphical user interface terminals and also command line interface terminals. Now, we are not going to use the graphical user interface. We are going to be using the command line interface. This is because in the command line interface, most of the configurations are being done for us. We don't have to do the configurations by ourselves. So you can run some simple commands and then do your other stuffs while your machine installs your favorite software that you need. Okay, so for example, if I want to install VLC, I can choose by going to my web browser and then installing VLC from the VLC homepage. And also I can do the same thing by going to my terminal and also installing VLC using a package manager. Now I can install VLC using the Chocolatey graphical user interface. We have a Chocolatey graphical user interface, but we are not going to use the graphical user interface. We are going to use the command line interface. As I said, it's more convenient and more time saving. So if I want to install VLC from here, I can click on download VLC and a VLC is going to be downloaded. Now if I want to also install VLC using the terminal or the command line interface, I just have to launch my Cmd. In this case, now you have to launch as an administrator. Okay, so now we are going to use Chocolatey to install VLC. So all what you have to do is Choco install VLC. So we are saying Choco, please install a software named VLC only if you have it. So now after doing this, you press enter. Now you see Chocolatey is going to run the installation for you. Now you see I already have VLC installed, so it is prompting me that VLC this version already installed. Now I already have it, so I don't need to install it again. So now this is the advantage of using the package manager. So we are going to use the package manager in the command line interface rather than the graphical user interface, because using it in the command line interface is more time saving and more convenient than in the graphical user interface, doing all the click and all the configurations and all that. So see you in the next session. We are going to install Chocolatey on our system. Okay, so now to prove to you that I don't have Chocolatey package manager, Let me verify. So let's go to our Cmd terminal, and then we have to check for a version of Chocolatey to show whether we have a Chocolatey version on our machine or not. So in order to check for a Chocolatey version, you do choco. This is the command for Chocolatey. So choco, then space, then dash, and then v. Then you press enter. Now you see CMDA says choco is not recognized as an internal or external command. So now it means we don't have Chocolatey. So now let's go ahead and install Chocolatey. But before that, I want to go through the Chocolatey website quickly with you. Okay, so now this is the Chocolatey website. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Don't worry about that. But for those of you who want to search for it right away, you go to your search engine and then you type choco.org, and then you press enter, and then voila, it brings you to this beautiful Chocolatey website. Now in here you can see we have the overview web page, we have the product web page, we have the solutions, community, and all that. You can go to the community web page and also read more about Chocolatey. Now we are going to install Chocolatey, so some of you might prefer going to the install page and reading all this. Now some of you might also find it very difficult following. Now we are not going to follow these steps. I'm not saying you can't follow these steps, but we are not going to follow these steps because it needs lots of configurations. Now we are going to follow the easy and simple steps, so I would recommend you to follow me as I walk you through the process. Now I'm going to leave a link to a GitHub gist repository, and it will bring you to this web page, this GitHub web page. Now in here you can see we have some code here. Let me zoom in. So now we have a sequence of code here. Now we are going to copy this sequence of code and then we are going to paste it in our Cmd terminal. As simple as that. So we are not going to go through the Chocolatey web page and install the Chocolatey GUI software. We are going to be using Chocolatey through the terminal. So we are going to install it using the Cmd terminal. So all what I want you to do is, first of all, you would have to launch Cmd as an administrator. So if you haven't done that, you would have to go back, close Cmd, and then launch it back as an administrator or as an admin. So you go to your search box and then you type Cmd, and then you right click and then you choose run as an administrator. Now if you don't run Cmd as an admin, you are not going to get the privileges of installing Chocolatey. It's going to give you errors. It's going to throw you a lot of errors. So we have to launch Cmd as admins. So now after doing that, you have to copy all these codes. So you have to copy all this code. So we all know how to copy this. So you highlight the codes. So let's highlight it. So if you don't know how to highlight, you just left click in front of this @ sign and then you press and then hold and then you highlight. So you highlight till the end of the code. This is the end of the code, the bin with the quotation mark at the end. So after doing that, you just right click and then you choose copy. So we are copying the codes. So we are done copying the code. So now let's minimize our browser and then maximize our Chocolatey terminal. Now remember, we launched Chocolatey as admins. As I said, launch it as an admin. So if you don't know how to do that, as I said, you go to your search box, you type Cmd, you right click and then you run as an administrator or as an admin. So we are done running as admin. So after running as an administrator, you just do Control V, so Control plus V, or you just right click in your terminal and then you see this warning, just ignore it, press OK and then OK again, and then you see it's going to paste all the codes in your Cmd Terminal. Now after that, press enter. As I did, it automatically recognized the code and then started installing Chocolatey. So you just press enter and then sit back, and then Chocolatey is going to run all the installation for you. Cmd is going to run the installation, is going to install Chocolatey for you. So as simple as that, Chocolatey is done. So we finally installed Chocolatey. Surprising, right? Very simple, very easy. You don't have to do any click. You just have to paste your codes and then enter, and then Cmd is going to install all the Chocolatey software requirements for you. Okay, so now we are done installing Chocolatey. So let's verify whether we have Chocolatey or not. So let's clear our screen first. We clear our screen and then let's check for a version of Chocolatey to verify. So you do choco space dash v, enter. Voila. Now you see we have a version of Chocolatey installed, so version 10.15. Now you see we have Chocolatey, as simple as that, without doing a click and all that. We have Chocolatey installed. So now that we have Chocolatey installed, in our next video we are going to learn about something cool and new. We are going to install some packages using the Chocolatey package manager. We are also going to modify some softwares and all that. So see you in the next video, and always remember, never give up coding. See you in the next video.